Hi guys, it's Ben Heath from Lead Guru, and in this video, I'm going to talk about what you should do if your Facebook ads are not profitable. If your campaigns are not delivering the results you need them to do for you to continue running them, for you to scale them, what should be the thing that you do? What should you test? That's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before I get into that, I just want to very quickly ask you to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you are new and haven't done so already. I release Facebook advertising related content all the time, this video being an example. Okay, so let's I'm an example Facebook ad account here, and let's say I've got a draft campaign, new conversions campaign. It hasn't got any results because it's in draft mode, and this is for demonstration purposes. But let's say you come into your ad account, and you're looking at things, and you see your results. You calculate your cost per conversion, or maybe you've got a different campaign objective, but you've got cost per conversion. You go through and you work out, okay, I'm costing this much in advertising to get a new customer. My customers are worth this much to me. Once I factor in cost of goods or cost of delivering the service, what I'm about to describe applies to both product-based and service-based businesses and online businesses as well, of course. It's just not profitable. That's what this video is for. It's people that have campaigns that are delivering some results. It's just not doing it well enough. And if you're delivering just zero results, nothing, I've got a different video you should go through. I'll include a link in the video description. But if your campaigns are delivering some conversions, some purchases, some leads, but just not enough and they're not profitable as a result, there's a number of things you can test to help improve that scenario. There's one I'm going to focus on. And before I get into that, a lot of people will test things like new ad creative, new targeting options, landing pages, and those things are all great. Don't think that you just have to test what I'm going to talk about in a second. You can test all that other stuff and go about improving them, and isolating the variables and improving those over time is how you deliver fantastic Facebook ad results, right? But the quickest and most reliable way to go from a campaign that isn't profitable to one that is to increase your average customer value. Increasing average customer value is such a underutilized strategy that people don't often think about in terms of their Facebook advertising, because they put Facebook advertising in a box, right? And to get better Facebook ad results, you need to be working on your targeting options and your ad creative and your copy and just in Facebook things, but that's not true. I'll give you an example to help explain why increasing average customer value is so important. Let's say you're selling shoes and you're selling a pair of shoes for $50. Let's assume that it costs you $30 cost per customer acquired. So your cost per purchase is $30. So your advertising cost is $30, you're generating $50 in revenue. Once you factor in the cost of the pair of shoes to you, the cost of sales, perhaps some distribution costs and things like that, almost certainly isn't profitable, okay? However, if you were to sell a bundle of 4 pairs of shoes for $200, maybe you offer a little bit discount, but just for argument, let's say $200, it's not going to cost you 4 times as much in advertising costs to acquire that customer. So it's not like your cost of customer acquired is going to go from $30 to $120. It might go from $30 to $60 or $75, okay? Something like that. And obviously there are exceptions to all this, but in general, that's what we're going to see. And that's very interesting, because when you work out the numbers, you go, okay, $30 to generate 50, or let's say 75 to generate 200, or 75 to generate 200 is clearly the much better option. And the difference there is the average customer value provides much more revenue, but getting more money out of customers often doesn't lead or doesn't come with a proportional increase in your cost per conversion, your cost per purchase. It's why the best performing Facebook ad campaigns and the business see the best results of Facebook ads are basically always high-end service providers. It's a kitchen designer that charges $50,000 to design and install a kitchen, because that business won't think anything of spending $500, $800 to acquire a customer. They're like, yeah, sure, easy. They can easily afford to do that because they make so much from the customer. Now, I'm not saying you should just, tear up your business and go with high average customer value businesses, although that may be something you want to do. But there are ways that you can increase your average customer value as a business owner right now, just almost straight away, things you can do. So obviously there's lots of things that are talked about in this space. You can offer upsells. So when someone buys something, you can try and get them to buy something else, either through a one-click upsell system. You can remarket people to get them to buy again and again and again. And these are things you definitely want to be doing. But I think one of the quickest and easiest ways to increase average customer value is to take whatever it is that you're currently selling and make it into a bundle of other highly related stuff. So I gave the example of shoes, right? I could sell one pair, or I could just sell 4 pairs, as the bundle offer. Or perhaps I could sell 3 pairs and 6 pairs of socks. There are almost certainly, this applies to products and services that are highly related to what it is that you're trying to sell, that you could add on that would be useful and helpful for your customer, but massively increase your average customer value. And maybe stuff that, let's say once they bought the pair of shoes, maybe someone needs to buy another pair anyway, or another pair of socks, or, let's say you're selling, let's say the shoes that you're selling are for soccer, they're soccer boots, right? Well, what's that person also going to need? They're going to need shin pads, and they're going to need long socks, and they might need a top, they might need a ball, they might need all sorts of things, right? That you could quite easily bundle in. So I would very much encourage you to take some time and think about, what is it that I'm really trying to sell? What else that's related to that product or service do my customers need? Like if you're an accountant, could you also sell, and you're wanting to do year-end tax returns, could you also sell bookkeeping services? Could you also sell some sort of admin services? Could you sell like remote receptionist services? Could you sell some legal services? And in order to offer these things in addition, you may well need to partner with other businesses or find other suppliers to supply with this stuff. But if you can increase your average customer value from $50 to $200, or increase your average customer value from $350 a month to $600 a month, that could be the difference between your campaigns being not profitable or kind of okay, just about doing all right, and being incredibly profitable. You can spend 10 times as much, acquire many, many more customers, and have a much more successful business. There's very rarely a setting change within the Facebook ad platform that's going to produce a 3x improvement in results. Let's say you've got a 2x ROAS, we change one thing and it goes to a 6x ROAS. Almost never happens, unless you've got campaigns that are set up poorly and there are big mistakes made, which sometimes happens, but it's rare, right? If the campaign's set up well, it's very rare you're going to get that jump. But you can do it with average customer value, very much so. You can very much 3x your average customer value, and that result in at least 3 times better results. Because as I said, the cost per purchase, cost per lead, cost per conversion is unlikely to increase to the same extent. Let's say the kitchen designer at $50,000, we might be able to generate leads for $50 each. Okay, if we were selling a car washing services for $30, it's not, well, let's say $25 because the maths is easier. It's not like we're going to then be generating leads for 40 cents. It's just not going to happen, right? It's not proportional. To sell that $25 car washing services, you might still be paying, $5, $6, $7 a lead. That's way closer to $50 a lead than the revenues are. $25 versus 50,000. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Increase that average customer value, and that is the first thing I would do. First go to is to get that average customer value up. Sometimes you can just increase price as well. That's worth noting. Sometimes you can just increase your price if you're charging too little. You don't want to become uncompetitive, of course, which is why I'm a big fan of the bundling option. It's not like, particularly if a lot of your competitors aren't doing it, because your customers are going to find it more difficult to price shop. So if you're selling, not just a pair of soccer boots, but also socks, and they could just look at your soccer boots and go, okay, they're £70 versus this other company that's selling them for 62. I'll go with those. But if your whole bundle is 110, but you've also got, as I said, shin pads, socks, shorts, 3 tops, and it's much harder to compare pricing. Okay, hopefully that's been useful. Right, before you go, a couple of things I want to quickly mention. The first is our Facebook advertising services. So my company, Lead Guru, is a specialist Facebook and Instagram advertising agency, and we create, manage, and optimize campaigns for our clients. So if you want better results with Facebook ad campaigns, we can almost certainly help you get there. We do have a minimum budget requirement of $3,000 per month. If that's like something that you're either at or very much close to getting to, and you're interested in our services, you can book a call with one of my team members below. Just go ahead and click on the link in the video description. That will take you through to a page on our website, and you can just book a slot straight into the calendar that works for you, and no obligation. We can just find out what it is that you are are looking to achieve, see if we can help. We may well have worked with a business like yours in the past. We often have. And yeah, hopefully we can help you move forward and upwards. If you found this video useful, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, comment below to let me know. Comment below with your questions, with your thoughts. I love to see all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.